resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Syracuse Orange. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. The back's got it. And they'll start with a run that goes nowhere, battling this defense and the crowd noise.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being stout up front.
Here's the second down play. Heading left after the handoff. Runs through the defender. That'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play. Pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. They give their running back plenty of room to rumble.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now, the football placed exactly at midfield. And the single back takes the handoff.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Ball handed off. In the clear at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
They tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, right now, this defense seems to be sitting back, worried about the pass game. They better cheat a safety down, have an extra guy down in the box to help against this run game, because they are getting ripped apart up front.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from the defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Syracuse lines up quickly. Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30. This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. They'll run it here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Same tailback, another carry. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The Georgia State offense on the field now. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Trying the old counter play here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's second down here. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Dropping back, it's York. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Big throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll go right back to him on first down. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. And now the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Getting set. Here's second down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll hand it off. Got space looking for the end zone here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Oh, and it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. Can he make something happen? So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
2nd down after that previous play. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
He lets it go on the move. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender, and he throws the interception.
Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. He's brought down out at the 46. Here comes the up-tempo offense. And the running back takes the handoff. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. You set it down to the offense, 1st and 10. Quick throw caught on the left side. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And here's the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Using his legs, it's Jordan. And he will be stuffed for no gain. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on. Kick
is up and no good. So after the miss, it's still a 6-point lead.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, in third down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage.
Okay, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Always looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Chris, I think the quarterback gets fooled here. He might have thought it was man-to-man coverage. I thought he might go to the outside. He comes back to the middle, and that linebacker's playing zone, reading the quarterback's eyes, steps in front of that throw, and takes it to the house for a touchdown.
He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down. Syracuse lines up quickly. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The offense is fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the defense was all over the field in the first half, and as we see here, more of the same to start this third quarter. Big question to me is, now you got a fourth down. You look at that scoreboard, we'll start to wonder, should I go for this?
Fair catch made at the 20. And the Panthers offense back out there now. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Ball handed off. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll use the ground game here. Tackle at the 35. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. He'll hand it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On the ground, it's Jordan. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
They're going to run it. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Important second down play coming up. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. Crucial third down play right here. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Here comes a handoff. The ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Wow, man, this guy's having a heck of a day. Now, they may not win this game today, but you cannot fault his effort, what he's been able to do. He's been the one bright spot as that last carry now puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 40 now. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Orangeman. Just ran away from the defense. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Comes the Georgia State offense back out there. That fumble from the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
We'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And now from the pistol formation. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back has it on the screen now. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Scanning the field, it's York. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Picked off, a crucial turnover. And he's got some open field ahead. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Here it is, 1st and goal. They need 7 points to take the lead. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 11.
Let's go.
He's got it, looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
It's a good job by this defense rallying the football to keep him out of the end zone. Now we've got 3rd and goal. You got to roll the dice as a defensive coordinator. Maybe bring the blitz. Anything you can do to offset the timing between this quarterback and his group of receivers.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Snags the quick throw. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, Chris, it's a completion, but obviously short of the goal line. Late in the game, they've got to go for it. They've got to come up with this touchdown. Give the defense a lot of credit for keeping him out of the end zone to set up this 4th down.
And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on 4th down in the 4th quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
He shreds the tackle. That'll pick up the 1st down. He's brought down to the 21. No huddle here for the offense.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
2nd down play coming up. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. There's the handoff. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent gain, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. 1st down here for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the single back takes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the 2nd half. This back had a great 1st half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Back to pass. It's Irvin. Makes a quick grab. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Egregious roughing the passer call. Automatic 1st down. Let's hope the quarterback is okay. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. You give it to the big fullback here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Man, that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Here's the 2nd down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. Can he make it to the marker? Moves the ball to the 35 and another first down.
Nice first down run here by this running back. And these are the kind of situations on 3rd and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice first down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
Okay, ready?
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. And now a carry here for the fullback. Finding some room at the 25. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They feed the fullback this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. To throw, it's Irvin. Caught quickly. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. He stopped short of the first down. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They'll try and run it with the fullback. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. This try is no good. The lead remains. After the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head for a kicker.
Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass. You've got to come up with a first down.
That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain.
field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Syracuse getting set now with a 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. Fighting off the defender.
Boy, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up in run support.
The offense now operating in empty. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, there's the stiff arm. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Syracuse has moved into the red zone. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Syracuse.
What composure by this offense to now score with under 15 seconds to go to tie this game up. An extra point gives him the lead and potentially the victory.
They knock through the PAT and claim a 1-point lead during the final quarter. Critical PAT up and good, and they're in front now in the final seconds. And the kick is a squib kick, taken by one of the up men. And the returner will be brought down.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. Looking to pass, it's York. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Oh, and they've got him! A sack to end the game. Protection breaks down, and the defense wins it on the final play. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.